I got hit low a lot, and he was holding every exchange. So, I'm not complaining. It was for a hell of a fight, but it's no. I really wish that it's just a even playing field. That's all.
¿Y los rabbit punch?
What about the rabbit punches, Lamont?
¿No cuentan?
They don't count? What happened? You're complaining about the low blows, basically, but what about the
Atrás
rabbit
de la
punches?
oreja,
Yeah,
golpe
the hits
bueno,
the hits to the ear, that was a good punch.
cabezazo,
The
Is good?
headbutts? What about the
cabezazo.
headbutts?
Is good?
Welcome back to Ashley's Corner, man. I gotta talk about the fights that I seen last night, okay? Starting with Pitbull and Roach. Man, I thought Roach was gonna have a better game plan, but I seen he was fixated and just sold on the idea of stopping Pitbull Cruz, a man that hasn't been stopped in his career, a man that has never been dropped in his career. Roach was sold on the idea that he was going to move from 100, having one fight at 135 and then moving up to fight one of the hardest heads, one of the toughest chins at 140, and doing more than dropping them, stopping them. And he sat in the pocket. He used the shoulder roll. Like I said, he cannot do. You can't use the shoulder roll versus Pitbull Cruz because his punches comes in at weird angles and they are going to be overhand lefts and rights. And his defense, like I said, is underrated. And he was using the jab a lot last night. Like he showed out on Lamont Roach, in my opinion. I was going to give Roach the benefit of the doubt and said that he was going to win the fight, given that he was going to have a good game plan. The game plan that he had, seventh round and on, was the game plan he should have started with, and then maybe he would have won this fight. But oh, the irony. This man Roach and talked about the tank draw for the last 6 months or whatever, and now he has another draw to talk about. He has back-to-back draws, and I immediately thought of the draw king. And that king is Badu Jack, man. Is he the new Badu Jack? Bro, you just got your first two off bat. You got two draws in your fight back to back. You know what I'm saying? Trying to chase glory from Tank. Like, bro, this is, and in my opinion, this was like, you wanted to do like a Tank grab. This is one of like Tank's fights that, that the guy went the distance in. So I understood the pick, you know what I mean? And if you would have won, it would have boosted you even more. Like, it was a good opponent, but he did not succeed, in my opinion. After the seventh round, I heard Pitbull's corner say, yes, you can, like really hard and definite. Like he said it a couple times in the corner as if something was wrong with Pitbull. So I was like, yo, what is wrong with Pitbull? And then after that, Pitbull started fighting different. He wasn't on the front foot. He wasn't coming forward. He wasn't throwing a lot of punches. It's just like he calmed everything down. If you ask me, like it seemed like he got hurt or was straight up winded or lost all his gas or something. I don't know. By the seventh round, eighth round, eighth round, and the rest of the fight, he did not fight the same. In the championship rounds, he did come through. Pitbull won the 12th, and he was throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? During the fight, in the third round of the fight, like I said, Roach was using the shoulder roll. You can't use a shoulder roll against Pitbull, and he was standing in the pocket, bent and sold on, stopping and dropping Pitbull Cruz. And the opposite happened. He got dropped by Pitbull off a left hook, trying to stop it and block it, partially roll with it with the shoulder roll, and it didn't work, man. So he got knocked all the way across the ring, and his glove hit the ground, and that was a 10-8 round immediately. Pitbull got, I think, in the 7th or 8th round, something around there, or maybe the 6th round, the referee took a point from Pitbull for punching the hip. And I honestly didn't see him. I agree. I did not see the referee warn Pitbull for punching the hip. It was other stuff Pitbull was doing. He didn't get a point taken away for that stuff, though. You know what I mean? So that was odd. I didn't really agree with the point being taken away. Not for punching the hip. Maybe for something else, but not for punching the hip. Low blows happens, and, rapid punches happen. Both of those things happen in boxing. Both of those things are illegal in boxing. But they happen. It's part of the sport. And, that's why they get paid so much to do something so vicious and so violent, so dangerous. You know what I mean? So, but the question, the question you got to ask yourself is how many people got hit low and their legs didn't work no more and they passed away from it? And then ask yourself how many people got hit in the back of the head and they couldn't walk anymore and ended up in the hospital for the rest of their life or ended up passing away. There's a number to one of those, and the other one, the number zero. The number is zero when it comes to low blows. And if you really got hit that low, the fight would have been stopped. You would have got time to recover because you would have not been able to fight. No matter how tough you are, if you really got hit that low, you would have stopped fighting. And that didn't happen. So I understand both sides, both grievances, but being hit, punched in the back of the head, or rabbit punches, is worse than getting low blowed. And the way you was getting low blowed, majority of the fight, in my opinion.
Honestly, obviously I proved that I'll fight anyone. Again, this is not my natural weight. And I moved up again and fought a tough competitor and Isaac Cruz. But 2 times in a row, it's crazy. I can't fight my opponent and fight the judges. It's something we got to do about it. I think I won. And I think I definitely outboxed them. All I need is a even playing field. That's all. I'm going to come out there and show my skills. I'm going to show my grit, my will, everything else. And not to mention, I think I broke my hand in like the 5th round or something like that. So.
Seemed like Pitbull humbled Roach a little bit. Roach was just saying that I'm going to fight at 135 and 140. Both of them. I'm going to fight at both. I can do it. And talking about fighting Gary Antoine Russell. I remember him saying he was going to fight Devin Haney. The man said a lot of stuff ever since that last draw that he had with Gervonta Davis. And now the irony. He was saying if they would have counted the knockdown with Tank, he would have won the fight for sure. In my opinion, if they wouldn't have took a point from Pitbull would have won the fight for sure. Need I remind you that in the fight versus Tank, one judge said Tank won, and then the other 2 judges said it was a draw. In this fight versus Pitbull, one judge said Pitbull won, and the other 2 judges said it was a draw. Both fights, you got 6 judges, and nobody said Roach won either fight. Let's just be 100. The irony. It seemed like something was wrong with Pitbull, seeing his style just change like that into something that it really wasn't even called for. You know what I'm saying? Like something could have been wrong with him in that fight. And for real, Tank hurt his hand legitly. And Pitbull admitted, yeah, I seen Tank stop using his hand in the 4th round. And he still outboxed him and won that fight. Okay? When it comes to this fight, like Lamont Roach is claiming that he broke his hand. Look at the picture. Look at the screen. Now, in his right hand, he's holding a towel with some ice in it because just the right corner of his lip the top lip was extra fat. So he was holding it on the inside of his lip. You look at his left hand, okay, look a little bit puffy. Just a little bit, but not enough for you to say that man has a broken hand. Now, I remember y'all seen people with hand injuries after fight. Their hand be blown up. You seen Tank hand. He took a picture of it after the fight. And his tattoo of the lady on his hand looked like she was plus size. You understand me? His hand looked like a balloon with fingers. Which hand is it? No disrespect, but I don't like all the clothes that start at his belly button either. Or that bandana around the top collar of that jacket. Like, I don't like none of that. But what hand is it, for real? What hand is it that he actually broke in the 5th round? Did y'all watch the fight? When did he stop using either one of his hands, bruh? I think the fight is okay with being a draw. I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was close enough that a draw is reasonable. In my opinion, because Pitbull stopped fighting the way he was fighting in the 7th or the 8th round and into the rest of the fight until the championship rounds, then he could have allowed Roach to come back with that point being deducted. Okay, it's a draw. But I don't see it. Judge 1, Judge 2, and Judge 3 didn't see Roach winning the fight. And I didn't see him winning this fight or his fight before that. Now, let's talk about what none of the fighters want to talk about. All the fighters want to chime in on that main event like they didn't see Frank knockout of the night. Like, all the fighters that fight, everybody want to comment on what Roach said. Shakur, Ryan Garcia, y'all want to comment on Roach. Comment on what Frank Martin just did. Because Frank Martin, if I remember correctly, Frank Martin was going to fight Shakur Stevenson. Huh? I'm more than sure this is more interesting to talk about. Talk about that knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And I heard like Fulton or whatever. I told y'all Fulton wasn't going to win that fight, bro. But shout out to O'Shaquie Foster. He got the W. And if they about to fight for the right to fight Shakur at 135, like, Shakur ain't talking about them either. I think Shakur is about to be at 140. But for the rest of the night, shout out to Frank Martin. Like I said, I think that was the knockout of the night. Of course, it was the knockout. That's pretty much the only knockout. Laura's fight with the guy that he fought, I think Gonzalez. Gonzalez was trying, but in my opinion, that fight was kind of boring. In my opinion, it was kind of boring. But it was, all in all, a great night. Fighters need to stop getting overly confident and stick to the game plan. Stick to what you're good at. Stick to what got you where you're at, all right? Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.